G'day everyone and welcome back to the channel. Alright, we're getting towards the end of December, start of January, so as we're starting into a new year, time to have a look at the garden and see what's going on out here. Okay, I don't often do a full view of the garden, but here it is. As you can see, things are starting to get pretty dry and weedy. Most of the grass is starting to dry out. We've not been getting a lot of moisture, even though we haven't been getting hot temperatures, although tomorrow's supposed to be pretty warm and the day after as well. Having a look at our long bed here. Potato onions, they're just about done. You can see most of the tops have dried off. So they're going to be about ready for a harvest. As we move along, the Trimbencios are starting to make a climb up the fence. This one here has come right up above the fence, and you can see lovely little female flowers starting to form on that one. The overwinter jalapenos, you can see they're doing great. Plenty of fruit on them. So yeah, fantastic. Okay, with the heat coming on, you can see the tomatoes are starting to make a move. These are the big pear up this end. The ones that are out from the shade of the tree, which the council gave me a notice, they're gonna remove that tree. It's had a big split in it, so they're going to pull that tree out. So I'm not going to have the shade there. You can see up here we're really bushy. You come down this end where it's in the shade, and that one's a stunted little thing. I might actually do some water shooting. This one is actually a couple of plants, so I might trim one off and water shoot it. Also trim off some suckers and water shoot them, and just put a couple more plants in down towards this end. Both the oreganos have had a trim. I've thrown, I think, beans up in this section, and down towards this end I think I've put corn, or it could be the other way around. The borage, as you can see, that suffers a bit in the heat of the day down in these beds. But you know, it's really only there to attract the bees in, so I'm happy with it. We've got our little Lakota Pumpkins, tiny little plants, but they are starting to set some fruit. There's one there. There's one in there that I fertilized, another one up here that I fertilized. So despite the fact them being short little plants, they are setting some fruit, which is awesome. See how they fruit, and they may be a really good pumpkin for a small space. Up this end I've got the ram's horn tomatoes. As you can see, smallest on the end where it's close to the tree, and getting bigger as we go down where it's away from the tree. Again, I want to get some more of these, so I will try and water shoot some once I get some suckers off these. That little borage there is starting to look to go to flower, which is awesome, although we are seeing a fair few bees around. Little comfrey plants going along well. German pickling cucumbers start to make a move. Rhubarb suffering, really getting hit by insects, and the cucamelons have come back really well from the roots, and there's also a couple little self-sown ones in there, so we'll see what happens with those. Over in the Paprika Bed with my likeness grumpy there. This one that did overwinter, you can see we're starting to get some flowers on it. Awesome. A lot of these are self-sown, coming up fantastic. Gave one away yesterday to a friend. You know, that's the good thing about the self-sown. You've got a heap, you can pull some out and give them away. Little Pepino Plant. This one really struggles. It dries out really quick. These up and down wet weather, it just did not carry fruit. You can see there where it fruited, but it didn't carry it. and again on there. So it's still only got the one fruit on it, and hopefully that one will come to fruition and I will get to taste it. Over here we've got the yam beans or jicama. They're coming along. They're not setting the world on fire, but they're coming along. We've also got some borage in front of that. Same in this one. Hey, here we got the pepper bed, which was over winters. And you can see we're starting to get some peppers forming up, which is great. Another one up there. Tucked in the back there. We've got some more. One right here. So yeah, doing fantastic. Zucchini plants that are in here. Not setting the world on fire, but we are starting to get some zucchini setting. Some more female fruit back over there, which I pollinated today. Purple potatoes, these are the purple Congos. As you can see, they're really yellow. They're really sad. Yeah, I could probably pull them up now, but they're not going to fruit too well. So I'm trying to carry them through as long as I can and just see what we can get as far as fruit off them. This little bed with a watermelon where it's tucked in underneath the potatoes, along with a few weeds. Watermelons are starting to take off, which is great. So yeah, pretty happy there. My little potato patch. New supermarket ones doing awesome, starting to sprout up. Fingerling ones starting to die down. My Egyptian walking onion hasn't set bulbils, but is starting to split a bit more. So it is getting division through root division, but as of yet I'm not getting any of the bulbils at the top, which they're famous for. That's where they get the name, the walking onion. More potatoes as we go along here. These ones are fingerlings, doing good. These ones are last year's supermarkets. Again, they're doing great. The pumpkin, as you can see, warm day, so the leaves are all starting to hang down. They do that. That's how pumpkins get by with the heat, by lowering the leaves. The amount of moisture they lose out of the leaves is a lot less. This one is starting to grow monstrous, but as of yet, no female fruit. So, not so much a small space pumpkin, this one. Big vines, as of yet, no female fruit. So it's going to have to go out a fair way before it starts putting out females by the looks of it. And some of our purple potatoes are no longer in the ground. I do have a little harvest video on those, so stay tuned to watch that. Here on the cucumber bed, I've still got that supermarket onion that really done nothing at all. Starting to set seeds, so I might save the seed off this one. See what happens, but we do have cucumbers forming up. This is starting to give me a fair few cucumbers, which I'm really happy with. And Astrid is absolutely over the moon with, because when she comes over, she always wants a cucumber to chew on. Down this end, the other lot of purple potatoes. Again, one missing out of here. And have a look for that harvest video. Yeah, they're not doing so well, but they're still going, so we'll leave them go. Over here in the central bed, this one I'm pretty sure is a yellow pear tomato, and that one's coming along. Marigolds absolutely going bonkers, and I might need to thin the number down a bit because they are just producing like crazy. This one I'm pretty sure is one of my Ramshorn's tomatoes. I did lose track a little bit when I planted, but once they start to fruit, we'll know. A golden zucchini that's been planted in. You'll see there's a little female flower just in there. Coming along. Hopefully it'll start to fruit soon. Had another one here. The top died out of it. So I have planted another seed in there and we'll see what happens. I've thinned the kale down a bit because it was becoming a bit weedy. It was becoming a bit of a pest problem. But as you can see down in here, there's a war going on. Aphids, ladybugs, there's spiders in there eating the ladybugs. So yeah, it's, you know, the garden's fighting back against the pests, and also the spiders are eating the pests and the good insects. So I mean, that's why I don't spray it. You know, there's plenty of action going on that the insects will take care of each other if I leave it be. Thinned them out a bit, taken some out of the chickens, and they're really happy. Out front of this bed we have what should be a yellow pear, and that one looks like about the biggest. But again, I got a bit distracted and lost which is where. That one there died out, so we will see what's going to go back in there. I'll probably water shoot a yellow pear and put that back in there. Our other little raised bed, we are down to one cabbage which will need to come out soon. We're starting to get a bit of sun blister and that on it, so that'll need to come out soon and be eaten. The spaghetti squash did have a female flower on that yesterday, but I didn't have a male to match it, and now I'm starting to get some males through. So things are coming along there. The other ones slowly coming along. This little overwinter pepper hasn't done a lot. It keeps popping up some flowers and then they die off. So we'll just have to see what happens. And I'm pretty sure down here we've got yellow pears. Got a little bit of weeding that needs doing. And I've pulled out the last of the leeks. And I'll probably dry those up. I'll just make sure that they're not too woody when I do them. Right, coming back through the Taro plant, absolutely kicking goals. You know, that's growing like crazy. So really hoping for a good harvest off the Taro. And as we move over to this section, we've got some of the Beauregards are missing. That's also in that harvest video. Still got 1, 2, 3, the Beauregards still going. Molochais are doing absolutely fantastic. They've filled out their tubs. Starting to shoot out. All of the other sweet potatoes are starting to get some shoots on them, and I'm going to start thinking about doing ground layer to propagate them very soon. Okay, out the front here we have the oca, and we have the barletta onions, which are coming in great. They're forming up, and yeah, it's a bit tight and a bit higgledy-piggledy, but you know, that's the way I garden. It's a small space. Here we have some long red Florence onions in with the oca, and again they're bulbing up. And over here we have a seed-born shallot in with the oca, and again they're starting to form some bulbs on them, so really happy. The yacon really starting to get some height on it, looking fantastic. So hopefully we'll get to flowers soon and everyone can see the pretty daisy flowers on them. Hey, coffee plants, absolutely kicking goals. We're getting new shoots on that one. This little one that broke off had one flower on it, and you can see it's starting to put out side branches, getting nice and bushy. So yeah, got hopes that it's gonna keep going and kick some goals. We also have some new plants out here. We have some ginger, which I've been growing off those store-bought ones. There's a video coming out on that one. And also we have some turmeric. Two different types of turmeric. This one here, which is a, I'm gonna struggle to say that name, Temulawaka turmeric. And over there we have a Madras turmeric. So a couple of turmerics. Over here we have a Chinese artichoke. Here we have a Chinese potato. And here we have a Reikio onion, which is a Chinese multiplying onion. Its name's Allium Chinesium, or Allium Chinese. So that is a Chinese multiplying onion. It's like, we'll give something else a go. So we'll see what happens with that one. Out the back here with the fat bottom girls and Bobby. As you see, Bobby's got a cone on. He had a bit of a hot spot on his leg that he's been licking at. So had to put a coat on him just to keep him away from it. It doesn't stop him being as silly as all get out though. We have a bit of a problem with the girls. I think my two older girls, who were the mums, past their laying time. I'm not getting any eggs from them. I think young Betty's the only one giving me any eggs at the moment. So we're gonna have to start thinking of replacement. To do that, Frilly is most certainly gonna have to go because she's very much the dominant chicken. And she's gonna be too rough establishing a pecking order. I did try and incubate some eggs and that did not work out. So there was absolutely no development in any of the eggs. So I think although Tails was doing the job, it wasn't effective. So I'm probably gonna get in a couple of pointed lays and see where we go from there. All right, well, thank you very much everyone for watching, and bye for now.